heading to CEX now, so let's go and see what they've got in CEX for us. Let's go! Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Joe and this is Super Smash Gaming YT. As you can see, I was heading to CEX. I am in my local town centre, so let's go and see what CEX has in store for us this week. Let's go! So, first of all, Back to the Future there for the Xbox One for £30. Not one you see very often at all. Back to the Future is actually really expensive on the PlayStation 4 and also on the Xbox 360. So if you see those out and about, I definitely recommend picking them up and adding them to your collection. Super Liminal there for the Nintendo Switch for £65. Don't know much about that game at all. Let me know down in the comments if you've played it and what it's about. Let me know down in the comments as always. Velvet Assassin there for the Xbox 360. One you don't see very often at all. Project Zero and Project Zero 2 there, as well as 2 copies of Rule of Rose there for the PlayStation 2, as well as Spider-Man Web of Shadows there for the PlayStation 3 for a whopping £80, which is absolutely crazy indeed. Also, Terraria there on the 3DS. I did not know that was £35 when it is so cheap on the Xbox 360. Let me know why it's so expensive on the 3DS. Cult of the Lamb there for the Nintendo Switch. One I want to grab for the Nintendo Switch myself, but hopefully I can grab the special edition version of it because it looks absolutely amazing. Cars Made International there for the Xbox 360 for £18. These Cars games on the Xbox 360 are becoming very, very expensive indeed. Ones I want to collect myself eventually, but hopefully it'll come down in price soon and then I can pick them up and add them to the collection myself. Dragon's Crown there for the PlayStation 3 for £20. Let me know if Dragon's Crown's a good game or not and whether it's worth picking up and adding it to the collection. Hello and welcome back to the games room. As you've just seen, I have been to one of my local town centres, and while I was there I went to CEX, and obviously while I was there I picked up some games because, as you know, I cannot walk into a CEX without walking back out with at least a few games, and I brought back more than a few games. But yeah, very happy with what I picked up this week. I also picked up a few games from Vinted this week and also picked up a few games from eBay this week as well. So what I'm going to do first is show you the games I picked up from eBay, then show you the games I picked up from Vinted, and then show you the games that I picked up from CEX. So without further ado, let's get into this week's pickups. So the first game that I picked up was from eBay, and that game is Anarchy Reigns for the Xbox 360. This is in absolutely immaculate condition. It's like it's never been played. Obviously everything comes with manual as always, because we are a channel that only collects with manuals, unless we find a game for really cheap that we can complete ourselves, but it'll always get completed. So yeah, Anarchy Reigns, it looks like it's never been played. It's absolutely immaculate condition. This game goes for £10 in CEX, and this game only cost me £4.99, which was including postage as well, which is an absolute steal, and I'm very happy to be adding this one to the collection. The other game that I picked up from eBay this week it's a heavy hitter. It is actually a really heavy hitter. This game goes for £55 in CEX because the price has just gone up recently. And it does, from CEX, also have to come with a manual as well. It is for the Xbox 360, So I'm going to show you, I'll tell you the reason why I got it for this cheap in a bit. So that game is Battle Fantasia for the Xbox 360. So this is one of the 505 games. Obviously this they do like things like Naughty Bear and things like that. And this game, like I said, is a £55 game in CEX currently. I managed to pick this up from eBay for £12.99. This is an absolutely immaculate condition as well. As you can see, the front all the same. But then the back is in, I think it's Italian. The back's in Italian. And then the manual is in Italian as well. But it is PAL and will play on the PAL Xbox 360. But what is it now? The language is also on Italian on the game as well. But with Battle Fantasia, it is only a fighting game, and I don't think, to be honest, I'm going to need the English voice acting in it at all to play the game. And I'd rather pay £12.99 for an immaculate game for the same game. It's just, like I said, it's just in Italian. And it is PAL, like I said, it's PAL, so it'll still play on the normal Xbox 360. But for £12.99 instead of £55, I'm going to pay for this all day. If somewhere down the line I do find a copy of Battle Fantasia, the proper English version with English on the back, and obviously the game's in English as well, and I can get it for a good price, I will obviously swap it out and have the other version. But for now, for just a fighting game that I'm just going to, obviously it's just going to be fighting in it, I'm happy to pay £12.99 to have Battle Fantasia in my Xbox 360 collection. Like I say, I'm really happy with it. It's in absolutely immaculate condition, so yeah, I couldn't say no to it. Let's put it that way. I couldn't say no to it. So yeah, very happy to add in Battle Fantasia to the Xbox 360 collection. So those are the two games that I picked up from eBay this week. I picked up 2 games from Vinted this week as well, and those games are G-Force for the Xbox 360. This one only cost me £2. And it is complete with manual and in really nice condition. I have wanted G-Force on the Xbox 360 for a while. For the price, you can't really go wrong, so I picked it up. And then this game is a game I've actually wanted to pick up a while for the Xbox 360, and I just haven't found it in any CEX stores. And that game is Rise of the Argonauts for the Xbox 360, and this is in absolutely amazing condition as well. And I only paid £2 for this as well, so I'm very happy to be adding finally Rise of the Argonauts to the Xbox 360 collection. So that was what I picked up from Vinted and eBay. So let's get into the games that I picked up from CEX this week. So the first game is a game I've also wanted to pick up for a while that I just haven't been able to find, and finally managed to find it. And that game is Clash of the Titans. This is by Bandai, and as you know, I love Bandai Namco games. They are one of my favourite developers, and I have wanted to play this for ages. It looks absolutely amazing. I used to have this on the PlayStation 3, but I never had it on the Xbox 360, so very happy to be adding this one to the collection. The next game that I picked up is also for the Xbox 360, and that game is The Evil Within. This is by Bethesda. Obviously, you should know by now, Bethesda do some absolutely amazing games. I have never played The Evil Within myself. I know it's supposed to be really good, and I am looking forward to playing it once I get some time to play it, and obviously once I've gone through the backlog. I'm currently playing Eternal Snot on the Xbox 360, and I absolutely adore it. Let me know if you played Eternal Snot down in the comments, and let me know what you think of the game. But yeah, really enjoying that game at the moment, but I will get around to this eventually. And like I said, people say this is absolutely amazing game, so I'm very intrigued to play this one. The next game that I picked up is also for the Xbox 360, and that game is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. As you know, I have Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 1 and also Harry Potter Deathly Hallows Part 2 for the Xbox 360. I really do love the Harry Potter series of films, so I thought, you know what, let's buy the Harry Potter games for the Xbox 360 and play through them. I think they're going to be really enjoyable games, if I'm being honest. So yeah, I'm going to start trying to play these Harry Potter games soon as well. But yeah, very happy to be adding Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix to the collection. The next game that I picked up is also for the Xbox 360. I'm just going to tell you now, all the rest of the games are for the 360 as well. I only picked up 360 games this week. I'm not going to say I picked up anything else when I haven't. Everything is 360 this week, so I'm just not going to say it anymore. So yeah, I picked up Clay with a Chance of Meatballs. I have been after this one for a while as well. This is obviously complete with manual as well. Yeah, I've been after this one for a while, to be fair. I have seen it in a few CEX stores, but either the condition isn't very good, or it doesn't have the manual. And obviously sometimes I'm very picky with my games. If it has any like little bits of dirt on the front of it, I can't pick it up because I just don't really like adding it into my collection. I like things to be immaculate, and most of the time I do get immaculate, but sometimes it's just not good enough for me to pick up to add to the games collection. And I know that's being picky, but that's just the way I am as a collector. But yeah, Cloud & Chance of Meatballs, I've been after this for a while. I'm after like the animated like Disney games, as well like the other animated games as well. And like I said, this is one I've been after for a while, so very happy to be adding Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. The next game that I picked up is Megamind Ultimate Showdown. As I said with the Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, I am trying to collect like the animated games, and this one actually looks really good. This is by THQ and obviously DreamWorks Animation. It looks really fun. Oh, and you can play it in 2 players as well, which is absolutely interesting. Yeah, you can play this in 2 players. It just looks really fun. I've never watched a film. Maybe I should watch the film first before I play the game. But it looks really fun, and I think it's only £4 at the minute as well. So if you are collecting like your animation games, I would definitely recommend picking this one up and adding it into your own collection. And then the last game that I picked up this week is Wet. This is also by Bethesda. As you know, like I said, Evil Within do. Bethesda do Evil Within as well as other games as well. Wet. This is one I picked up a while ago at the car boot, and I think I only paid 50p back in the day at the car boot, and I then sold it on. And then I regretted not basically keeping it myself. But I finally managed to find a copy of Wet for myself in my local CEX, and it is in absolutely stunning condition. This one has now gone up to, I think, £12, but when I bought it, it was only £10 because it's recently just gone back up to £12. But very happy with Wet. It's an absolutely like prestigious, immaculate condition, so I'm very happy to add that one. And this is one of those games that has been ticked off my list at last, and I can now add it into my own Xbox 360 collection, which I'm absolutely ecstatic about. So yeah, those were all the games that I picked up this week from Vinted, from eBay and from CEX. Let me know down in the comments, as always, what your favourite game or games are that I picked up this week. If you enjoyed this week's video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, as it really helps me out and it really helps the channel out. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!